Alright, so what's happening with that?
So
is it about that
he's
evidence?
Fighting his for his stupid firearm license, and then I am after that going to charge because there's enough evidence, really, isn't there?
Yeah.
We're gonna charge him with assault with a deadly weapon. Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, assault with a deadly weapon, and then yeah.
Wait,
But
why
he's
with
already-
the assault?
Well, why not assault? He hits him on the ground.
Oh yeah. It was the guy with. It wasn't Hank. It was the guy that had the pistol. Yeah.
I know, Raymond.
All right.
Wait, who's this lawyer? Is that his lawyer?
I'm
No,
my own
he's
lawyer.
self-representing.
This is a conjugal visit.
Ah, I got ya. I got
Yeah, it
ya.
is.
Please, no, Hank, come here.
What's up? Hey, nothing going on?
Hey, how long is this video?
Hey guys, just so you're aware, Hank does have his personal handgun on him, so
Wait 1 second.
just if you
The end does?
just
Okay.
keep it's
The end
it's
isn't
licensed
even
and everything.
important.
Just keep an eye on him. If things get shady or whatever.
Alright, gotcha.
I mean, I think we get enough cops here as witnesses. They'll probably double as bailiffs.
Yeah, we should be fine.
All right. Before we get started, the court is going to review the evidence that you've, since it's only 3 minutes long before the case begins, I'm going to go on ahead and review this video. Once I review this video, we'll get this case started. Make sure that prosecution is lined up on the right, well, my left, your right.
User was moved out of your
Defense is lined
channel.
up on
Sam?
your
Can I,
left.
can I please review that video too, please, Raymond Forrester?
He is self-representing, so.
Oh, if he's self-representing,
You wanna take that
prosecution,
call?
go on ahead and send that to him. Also send him the
Thank
list
you.
of witnesses that you plan on calling.
Yeah, submit it to Hank Moody
and-
also.
And who?
Alright.
He's just
Hank
here
Moody,
as a-
sir.
He's
My
not.
witness.
He's uninvolved.
No,
He's my
Hank
witness.
Moody doesn't need it.
He's my witness.
Hank Moody doesn't need it.
Why does he not need it? He's my witness.
He's a witness. You're representing yourself.
Yes,
What if you
but
get
I need him
called?
to see it so he can, talk about it.
Then
I
he can
can't
talk
get
about
into
it when
this
you
fucking
ask
bench.
him questions.
Okay, thank you, I'll do that.
Have a hard time then.
We're, we're both
Huh?
If you can tell me.
having brawls, and it seems like things are still only going upwards. So, hope you guys agree. Hope you guys enjoy the games to come, and still manage to have a little.
Get the fuck down on the ground.
There's cops coming right now.
Okay.
Cops! These guys were just robbing me! Help!
Oh man. My lack of faith has cost me.
I don't know what they're about, eh?
What the fuck? They were literally just robbing.
Yes! The dream!
Oh, Jake. Those guys
Oh,
were
man.
just robbing me.
Temple
I she
Holy
ran up. Sorry.
Fuck out of here.
Guys in the pink car. The guys in the pink car. They're driving off. They were robbing me as she drove up here.
Okay. Oh god.
Bet you guys didn't even see that.
Report
You guys have never even seen a card before.
We can get a unit
Is
down
it
there.
the Hello Kitty one?
Yeah, it's the Hello Kitty one.
Yeah. I'll stay here for you.
Reports of a pink Hello Kitty Prius robbing a con.
On the bench, right here. Bench in front of me. Yeah.
Okay. Where's he at?
He's the guy at the front.
Oh, he's all the way
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yep.
Move to the center.
Yes, center on the aisle.
There you go. All right,
Just
everybody
basically
get in an
stand in front
aisle
of the doors
or
and have your
somebody
taser ready in case you said
get
pull
out of
leg.
the
Yeah.
the middle.
Yep.
I'm Justice Colin Fox. I'll be presiding over this trial. I remind everyone that this is a trial, that appropriate behavior, respect, and tact will be expected at all times, or I may find you in contempt of court, may assign jail time and fines as I see fit. You may only speak when addressed by the court or whomever currently holds the floor. I ask that all parties involved please keep these proceedings civil so that we may expedite this process and get everyone on their way. Prosecution, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, please identify yourself and who you're representing.
Your Honor, I'm Samuel Adams, prosecution for the state. I'm representing Mike Alston and LSVPD.
You
Or,
said
excuse me,
Samuel
ECS.
Adams.
ESCO.
Yeah, ESCO.
Last name is Johns.
Johns or
Oh,
Adams?
yeah, John's. My bad.
What an idiot.
All right. Defense, please identify yourself.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Raymond Forrester, and I'm going to be self-representing today.
Okay. Prosecution, please state the charges that you're bringing before the court today.
Your Honor, we're bringing one charge of possession of a Class 1 firearm without a license by a felon, aggravated, and also assault, aggravated by the handgun.
How do you plead to these charges, defense?
I plead not guilty to the Class 1 firearm, and I plead guilty to the assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. The case of ECSO versus Raymond Forrester is now in section. Justice Colin Fox is presiding. At this time, you will make your opening statements. We're going to start with the prosecution. So, prosecution, you have the floor.
Your Honor, all the evidence has been submitted. We only have one example. It's footage from the complainant. You'll see 10 seconds into the, approximately 10 to 17 seconds in, you'll see that my client was assaulted by a gentleman that was later apprehended by the police department, matching the description, and he's still in those clothes, in fact, of the gentleman that assaulted him. The complainant was injured only slightly. He was fully able to tell us exactly who it was, or the description of the suspect. Mr. Forrester obviously has already pled guilty to his assault charge. The video also shows that he is also in possession of a Class 1 firearm when he attempts this assault, and his felony record is fine.
Could you repeat that last statement, please? Because unfortunately, somebody from support was in my head, and I couldn't hear what you just said.
And the felony record for his for the defense is current. His last felony offense was the 17th of November. That's an obvious aggravation of the Class 1.
October.
October? Oh, 10/17, yeah, October. We do have one witness, Mr. Alston.
You've got several witnesses, including the officers.
Okay. Who is prosecuting? Who's prosecuting?
I am.
Okay. You may make the opening statement.
Continue. We do have one civilian witness, the complainant himself, and then we also have several officers' testimonies and written statements. That's the closing.
All right. Defense, you may make your opening statement.
Okay, hello, Your Honor. Okay, my name is Raymond Forrester. I will be self-representing today. Now, I already did plead guilty to the assault with a deadly weapon, but I have, beyond a reasonable doubt that I actually did have a license, and I can actually prove that I did have a license, and it wasn't really a Class 1 firearm without a license because, I did have a license at the time. Unfortunately, it was at home, but I can prove now that my license is here, and I have, a picture that my wife sent me from home, and I have actually retrieved that license, and, I do have that with me now.
Okay. All right, at this time, we're going to move on to the calling of witnesses. Prosecution is going to go first. Keep in mind that the order that this will go is prosecution will call. Defense will have the opportunity to cross-examine. Prosecution may then re-examine based on what was brought up during cross-examination, and then vice versa for when defense calls. Prosecution, who's the first witness that you plan on calling?
First witness is going to be Mike Alston.
All right, Mike Alston, please step forward.
Alright, if I can get out of here. Where do you want me?
You can stand right there. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, prosecution, the witness is yours.
Mr. Alston? I'm Samuel
Yes.
Adams, or John's, better yet. My middle name, Adams. So, can you tell me what you were doing in the cotton fields?
I was farming cotton.
Okay. And have you had any previous interaction with Mr. Forrester?
I've saw him around a few times. He has taken me hostage before.
Taking you
With
hostage.
his friend. That was this happened today as well. That has been dealt with. Aside from that, I've seen him at the cotton field a few times.
Okay. So from the footage that you submitted to us, can you identify Mr. Forrester as he stands?
Yeah. Yes, he's right here.
So Mr. Forrester looks as if he is the same person from the footage that you submitted.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Was Mr. Forrester holding a weapon when he assaulted you?
Yes. He had a handgun.
Had a handgun? Okay.
Any current situations?
Alright, thank you, Mr. Alston. I believe that's all we're going to need from you.
Alright.
Alright. Defense, you may cross-examine.
Okay. So Mr. Alston, I heard you were knocked out, right? You were knocked out?
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that time when you were knocked out, did you not black out? You know, you couldn't see and all that. Usually people get knocked out. You have a mild concussion. Are you feeling okay?
I am feeling fine.
At that moment, you didn't even feel not even anything in your head at all. You felt no pain at all because the way that I saw that, if somebody gets knocked over the head like that,
I had
they
a small
would at
headache,
least.
but by now it has passed since it's been like an hour.
I'm just saying at that moment, it's very hard for a man that gets knocked over the head to actually identify a face. Your Honor, as we've seen in the past with many crimes in the 1970s and the 1980s, it's very hard for people to actually recognize other people by face. It's actually caused many men to be, wrongfully prosecuted, and many men have actually spent over 20 years in jail for something they didn't do. And especially a man like Alston that was, he was impaired at the time, which I could see that he did fall to the ground.
Objection.
On what grounds?
Assuming facts that are not in the evidence.
You're telling me in the evidence he didn't fall to the ground?
Telling you that you had no idea if he was intoxicated in any way.
I didn't say he was intoxicated. I'm talking about the knockout. Okay, Your Honor, may I continue?
No, you may not. You may ask questions. There's no need for you to get on a soapbox and make a statement. You're here to ask questions.
Okay, now, Alston, were you not knocked out?
I was knocked out.
Could you see when you were knocked out?
Barely.
Alright, thank you. That's it, Your Honor.
My vision beat him.
Alright, prosecution, would you like to re-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Alston, did you look at Mr. Forrester before you were knocked out?
Yes, a lot.
Okay. Did you not come to consciousness and then alert authorities maybe 10 seconds after by running to the authorities, which were about 60 meters away?
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
Based on?
He's leading the witness, sir.
Sustained. Please refrain your question.
Mr. Alston, were you able to maintain your bearing after you were hit upon the head?
Yes, I was.
How so?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
How so? What were you able to do?
I was able to run over to the police and alert them of what happened.
Okay. No further, Your Honor.
Alright, Mr. Alston, you may step down. Who do you plan on calling next, prosecution?
Your Honor, we have several officers here as possible witnesses. I don't see a need to call them forward necessarily. They should have written statements down, but I will call one officer forward, and that should speak for the majority. If there's something else that I'm alerted to, then I can call.
Who do you plan on calling forward?
Mr. Kausland?
Kuzin, yep.
Oh,
Alright.
Kausland.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. He's your witness.
Officer Kausland. Were you directly on the scene when Mr. Alston ran up to the officers that were gathered in that area?
I was.
Okay, and what did Mr. Alston alert you to?
He reported that he had been assaulted and robbed by a group of gentlemen driving a pink Hello Kitty Prius.
Were y'all able to locate that Prius quickly?
We were. It was only it took us approximately 30 seconds to find it, roughly 100 meters to the east behind a building.
Okay, and run me through. Scratch that. Were they able to stop when you alerted them to stop, or did they run?
Yes, they stopped.
Did you perform a felony traffic stop on them?
Myself and another officer did, yes.
Okay. What did you find any evidence of that crime on the suspects?
While patting down Mr. Forrester, I found a Beretta 9mm handgun with 11 magazines, and with no proof of any sort of documentation with him.
So Mr. Forrester did not have any documentation of a license to carry such firearm.
He did not have any documentation whatsoever, no.
Okay. That's all, Your Honor.
All right, defense, you may question the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. What is it, Coastland or Clyde?
Coastland, yes.
All right, Mr. Coastland. How exactly did you arrive to the field?
I was accompanying a police pursuit that ended at the cotton field.
And did you have your entire focus on this pursuit?
At the time of the pursuit, yes. By the time, I'm sorry. Yes, I had my
would you
focus
say this is about the same time that Mr. Alston got knocked out?
I have no way of knowing what time Mr. Alston got knocked out.
Okay. Now, you are saying that you were witnessing that I did not have a license, correct?
That is correct.
Do we have any evidence of that? Like, do you have any evidence at all of that?
I mean, I got my statement and the other officer. What other documentation I have of it?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would like to show you that I do have a license. Oh, if I could.
Can you show me proof that you had a license at the time? Because this was not submitted during discovery.
I mean, they didn't really. They really never asked me for discovery, Your Honor. They didn't really give me much time to put in any evidence at all. I was kind of just, thrown in here. So, unfortunately, no.
Let it be known that you can show me that you have a license at this time. It will have no bearing on this case.
Okay, then that is out of the question. Anyway, as I was saying, anyway, I will show you my license. Anyway, I will show. Who would you like me to send it to? Would you like to see it, or?
You can send it to Colin Fox via the TeamSpeak application.
Okay, thank you. Now, I was at the cotton field at the time, and I was restrained. So I did ask them to unrestrain me, and my wife sent me a picture of it as we returned back to the holding cell. And I mean, I know this has no bearing, but I do have my license on me now as I picked it up from home. And this is basically my license that I showed at the time. I do not understand why it was denied. I've sent this to multiple officers, and they said, it was even Jarvis Finchy actually said it was good to go. But then, these officers still denied my license. So I would like you to look at that.
Noted.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I do have photo evidence of him not having a license at the time.
Why wasn't this submitted at the time during discovery?
I was unaware that I had
Objection, Your Honor. Please do not bring that into this case.
Considering I let you submit your... What? I mean, what is this? A picture of Jabba the Hutt?
Gate duty because no one will respond to him. Disregard.
So, go on ahead and send me your proof that he did not have his license at the time.
That is extremely rude. I was overweight at the time. But yes, that is my picture. So I guess we can continue with that evidence.
Roger that. Go on ahead and send me that evidence. Order in the court.
Guys in white that had guns out, and then
Clyde Cuslick, go ahead and send that to Colin Fox. Also send it to Raymond Forrester.
Thank you.
Sent to you.
I want all units or any available units respond to the cotton field ASAP.
Sent to Mr. Raymond.
Alright, noted.
Cole Keith, you copy? 2 and 4. Stay back until additionals arrive.
Alright, would you like to continue defense?
Objection to that evidence, Your Honor?
Why?
Well, first of all, that could have been any man. I mean, can you identify my feet? My face is not even in that picture, Your Honor.
The database shows Raymond Forrester licenses no license.
Your Honor, he could just be holding that up. Are you really going to go through this
That's
evidence without my face, sir?
That is how the database works.
He could have just walked to another man and dropped that gun. I don't understand how this would be valid.
Would you like to continue arguing at the court and get a contempt of court
No,
charge?
no,
or would you
okay,
like...
okay, I'm good, I'm good.
Okay, alright, good. Let's continue.
Alright, Rich, get here now. I'm right behind you, Chrome. Alright, 10-4.
Alright, you may continue questioning.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass you. Alright, everyone ready to go
Okay, my questioning is finished. Thank you.
Okay. Would you like to re-examine the prosecution?
No further.
After that.
Your Honor, do I have your permission to leave and return to my duties?
Yes, you may go on ahead and step down to the courthouse.
Thank you. I think I still have the firearm here. Would you like me to turn that over to the prosecution?
Okay, start moving up.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You can just seize that firearm.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Yep,
Does anybody have any other witnesses to call? Or any other licenses to submit?
We got a guy on top of the mosque.
No further, Your Honor.
Alright, defense, do you have any witnesses to call?
Yes, sir.
Who are you calling?
Mr. Hank Moody.
Did you say they have a hostage?
Alright, Mr. Moody, please step forward.
We got a guy on top of the mosque.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Alright, he's your witness defense. Hey, whatever you guys are talking about, you need to move in closer.
Yeah,
Sorry
I'm
about
sorry,
that, sir.
sorry, Your Honor. We're just
I feel out of place right now.
Thank you. Just give me a second, Your Honor. I apologize.
You can just take station right next to Samuel Johns in the middle of the courtroom.
Okay.
So that the court can see you.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, Mr. Hank Moody.
Yes, sir.
The evidence that Mr. Alston provided. Now, did he provide evidence prior to that? To that exact encounter? Now, what happened before that encounter exactly?
Are you talking about earlier that day, sir?
Yes, sir.
Earlier that day, we were at the cotton field, and he had hopped into our vehicle, and there was commotion in the back seat. I was driving at the time, and there was commotion in the back seat, and it caused me to veer off the road, and I hit a tree. And when I hit the tree, he jumped out of the vehicle, and he shot two of my very good friends right in front of me. At that point, he ran over to the officers, and they actually placed me in handcuffs and said that I had done something wrong. I, talked my way out of it, and he was let free to go. Additionally, after that incident, there was another time around the
Could we
general
please
store.
stick with the facts that deal with this case?
He asked me what happened. I'm just answering his question, sir.
Mr. Forrester, please ask questions that are relevant to this case.
Okay. At the cotton field, before, he was knocked out, what exactly did he say to us?
I believe he was kind of baiting us. He was talking trash and said something about one of my friends that he had slaughtered in cold blood, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Ask what we were doing.
It's fine. I think I'm done here, Your Honor.
Okay. Prosecution, do you have any questions for him?
Just a few.
Alright, go ahead.
Mr. Moody, what's your relationship to Mr. Forrester?
I'm his wife, sir.
His wife.
Could you repeat
Yes,
that,
sir.
please?
Yeah, I am his wife.
Okay. Continue.
So, were you two were together prior to this event happening?
Yes, sir. We've been
Not
together since our wedding.
relationship-wise, just
Oh,
no,
okay.
not relationship-wise. Just you were in physical contact,
Yes,
riding
sir. Very
together and
physical.
such.
I'm on the coastline. Do not shoot me.
Yes.
How long were you at the cotton fields before this event happened?
I would say 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Who's currently in the cotton field? I got vision on one guy.
We got 3 unarmed bogeys in the cotton field.
So,
More shots fired.
that's not even worth it. No further, Your Honor.
Okay, defense, would you like to re-examine?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Moody, you may step down. Does anybody have any other witnesses to call?
We got 2 guys in the mosque. I need 1 unit or 2 to clear the area and breach the building.
All right, at this time, we're going to move forward to the closing arguments. We're going to start with the prosecution. Prosecution, you have the floor.
Your Honor, the evidence speaks pretty clearly to the effect that Mr. Forster did have a firearm in his possession at the time that he was apprehended. He did not have any documentation, and he is a felon. All the charges, he still stand by.
Who's currently behind Legion GTR and Raptor?
Okay. Defense.
Your Honor, I believe that I have proven that, although I did not have a license, I believe that that paper that I showed you, it is a license, and my wife did send me a picture of it. And, I would also be liking to, request a ticket for the assault with a deadly weapon. Thank you.
Okay. At this time, the court will announce a verdict and assign sentencing as we see fit. Keep in mind that if you do not like this verdict or sentence, that you may file for an appeal on the government forums. Now is not the time to appeal my decision. Defense, on the account of aggravated assault, as you have already pled guilty, the court finds you guilty. For aggravated possession of a Class 1 firearm, I find you innocent. However, I find you guilty of possession of a Class 1 firearm. Be aware that in accordance with the criminal code, under definition line item 14, the definition of a felon is that they must have committed a felony in the last 4 hours, not the last 4 months. So, looking at that, your total sentencing for aggravated assault and possession of a Class 1 firearm would normally be 75 minutes. However, due to the interesting nature of this case, I'm going to sentence you to 30 minutes in jail. Without the possibility of bail. Prosecution, please remit the defendant into custody and be sure that you put in his criminal database aggravated assault ×1, possession of a Class 1 firearm without a license ×1 for a total of 30 minutes. This court is now over. Everyone is dismissed.
Tell the kids I love them.
I will.
Tell
I
the
will.
kids I love them.
This is ridiculous.
Tell the kids I love them.
He had his license the whole time.
Send me
Nobody
pictures.
cares.
You got it, Samuel.
Nobody cares.
Tell the kids I love them.
Throughout the time, all you did is made comments.
Hank,
snippets.
you fucking lied in court. You
I
should
didn't lie in
charge you
court.
for that as
I didn't
well.
lie. Hey, can I get a ride back to the PD though? I rolled in here with you guys.
How rude.